Guys, AI slop completely dominates the internet. It's replacing jobs, which is bad enough, but it's also making us literally retarded. We are becoming stupider every day. If you've seen the movie Idiocracy, this is exactly what's happening. And you can smash the like and subscribe button if you're into AI and how it's impacting our world, because it's unbelievable. I'm almost speechless. And in today's video, I want to cover how AI slop is dominating what we read, what we watch, how we sell products, how it's impacting politics, gaming. Everything is impacted. Look at this. When ChatGPT launched, all of a sudden, and by the way, if you're not exactly clear on what we're watching here, this graph that's been moving in real time shows you the inflection point where human-generated content was overpassed by AI-generated content. And what we call this in the mathematical world is exponential growth. ChatGPT hit, and all of a sudden we saw an exponential growth in the amount of AI-generated content. And as of today, there is more AI-generated content on the internet than human-generated content. And it only took it 2 years to accomplish that. I don't know. That seems crazy to me. That seems so crazy. And why is that possible? Well, actually, let me give you some stats here first. I was reading a study from Ahrefs, which is an SEO software. It did a study of 900,000 web pages. It found that nearly 75% of newly created pages contained AI-generated content. That's crazy, right? Does that surprise you? What do you think? Do you think that makes us better? Type in the comments below. Do you think that makes us better having all this AI-generated content? You know, are we entering into an age, a renaissance of creativity, or are we entering into an age where any idiot can create any stupid messaging that he or she wants instantly? And you know why? You might say, Mark, how is this even possible? Well, it's because people are using AI agents to create content instantly. You know, in the past, it took a long time to create a video. It took a long time to sit down and write, to think through. Jordan Peterson, I'm a huge fan of Jordan Peterson. He says that to write is to think. You know, writing is one of the best ways to process ideas. People are not writing anymore. We're using ChatGPT. And before you say, Mark, you don't know what you're talking about, guys, you know, I'm the CMO for a SaaS company. I've been on YouTube for nearly a decade now, produced thousands of videos, not just for myself, but for clients. And I've been using AI to repurpose video into text, into shorts for several years now. You know, it used to cost me $100 to get a blog article written. Now it takes, I don't even do it anymore because it takes someone can do it instantly for less than $5. They can write an entire blog. So it's completely, and you might, you know, it did impact my business. I got out of that business. It didn't make sense anymore. The profit margins weren't worth the headaches. And this is why I say, guys, that you're going to need to reinvent yourself every 2 years for the rest of your life if you want to be employed. Because, guys, it doesn't just stop with web pages. By the way, you definitely want to follow me on X, Mark Savant Media on X. I'm sharing like a lot of this stuff. This is just where I get, you know, obviously you can get a lot of slop on X, but there's a lot of interesting things happening on X too. We're going to cut back to X in a moment here. But it doesn't just stop there, guys, with blog writing. It's in the comments. Do you use LinkedIn? I find LinkedIn to be almost unusable. I don't even use it anymore. These messages, I'm not going to bring them up here. 95% of the messages I get are an AI bot trying to pitch me something. That's it. And spoiler alert, I've done this. I know this because I've done this. I was using an AI bot to DM people. You could DM 100 people a day with whatever AI slop you wanted to write, and then a link to book a time on your calendar. And it was minorly effective, but it's sloppy. It's gross. But it doesn't just end there. I have a video that I posted on this channel on how you can do this. You can use an AI app to crawl the web and just leave comments on people's posts. And I bring up Alex Hormozi. I love Hormozi. I think he's brilliant. But what these people are doing, what people are doing is they are going, they're following big people like Alex Hormozy, and they're just leaving, they're liking and leaving comments using AI. It's all AI slop. And you can tell it's AI slop when the text is really, really long, or it's pedantic. There's words that don't even say anything. I mean, read this: consistency, consistency, consistency. Do you think that this person actually went in there and said, I know, consistency, consistency, consistency? Powerful truth. Every setback is simply progress in disguise waiting for its breakthrough moment. I guarantee you, and I like Trevor, I guarantee you he didn't write that. Who has the time to do that? No business owner has time to do that. This is the kind of reminder people need to see more often. Success doesn't replace failure. It grows from it. Inspiring. I highly doubt he said that. And you know what's also happening here? And again, I don't want to just call out Adam, but I don't know all these people, but the point I'm trying to make is that this happens. Now, what I have seen on YouTube is similar too. And by the way, the comments that I get on YouTube, I think are spectacular. I know some of the comments I get are bots, but I really think that there's legitimate, real people in the comments. Why? How? Because you're emailing me too. You're emailing me, and I'm getting on phone calls. I've got on phone calls with several viewers of the channel because I want to hear what's going on. How is AI impacting your world? That's important to me. I can't serve you as well if I don't know what's going on. By the way, if you want to get on a phone call with me, if you want to tell me what's going on with you, go to aiupdate.ai, subscribe to my newsletter, and then reply. If you reply to the newsletter, I read those replies. So go to aiupdate.ai. It's totally free. It's totally free. And I'm just covering what's happening in the labor market there. It's shocking. You guys know, you're here. You've been watching the videos. But what's happening, and I've seen this on YouTube, is anytime that I use the keyword of finance or money in the comments, in my tags or in my descriptions, titles, anything like that, I will start to get hits from bots that will say something like this. Oh, I love this video. You're so awesome. And by the way, Mr. Money 123 is also great. His tool 547 made me $1,000. And then all of a sudden, an army of bots will come behind that and start piling on and saying, oh, wow, that made me money too. And that made me money too. And let me try it. And I'm so glad. Guys, anytime I use the keyword money, they inevitably come because people are using AI agents and AI slop to flood the zone. And I'm not saying this is what Adam is doing here. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But what these guys are doing is using AI to post a comment and then using AI in the back end to pile on. This is exactly what's happening in the marketing world. But before I talk about marketing, I just want to also talk about vibe coding. Who are my coders out there? If you're not familiar with vibe coding is something that everyday people like you and me can use to build software. You don't have to any coding experience. You can use a program like Replit or Lovable. There's a number of them. And what you can do is just type in your business idea. So maybe your business's idea is like, find me all the 7-Elevens within a 10-mile radius that have a working Slurpee machine. Me and my kids love Slurpees. You love Slurpees? I love Slurpees. They're great. Lots of sugar, but they're great. Great after a long day of baseball in the hot sun. If you're with me, type smash that like and leave a comment below for Slurpees. Anyway, that's your idea for an app, okay? Working Slurpee machines within a 10-mile radius. Now you can go to a program like Replit and you can type that in and it will write all the code and it'll look good. It'll look good if you're, you can look at the outside and you can say, wow, this looks pretty good, okay? You grab your domain, you can make it live, you can get real traffic there. But here's the problem, guys. And I've talked about this, and I think vibe coding will get better. I think all this stuff will get better. But the problem is vibe coding is just another example of AI slop. We've looked at AI blog slop. We've looked at AI marketing slop. But there's AI coding slop. And this vibe coding creates low quality. It's a very the output is plausible on the surface. Like it looks pretty good on the surface, but it's riddled with inefficiencies, security issues, hallucinations. The database does not make sense. I've made a couple apps with these AI coding programs, these vibe coding programs. And I'll tell you what, the first time you experience it, you're gonna be like, holy cow, this is amazing. You get to that aha moment very quickly. But as you start to dig deeper, you start to realize that the entire thing is broken. It doesn't work. It's like building a house on matchsticks. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the billionaire CEO of HubSpot mentioned that he likes playing with vibe coding, but this is the problem. It starts to look good, but if you try to create any sort of scalable business, it breaks down. And so what he's done is created a website. I can't remember the name of the website offhand, but he has a website that you can go to after I think it's vibecoding.com. I think it might be vibecoding.com. I'm actually going to check that out. Is that vibecoding.com? So he has this website, and no, it's not vibecoding.com. Anyway, he has this website, and if you have vibe coded an app and it breaks down, you can go there, and there will be software engineers that can help clean up your site. And anyway, because that's a big problem. But it doesn't stop there. Guys, it doesn't just stop at junk vibe coding. You have video, have you started seeing these ads pop up? There are, I'm getting inundated with junk ads all day. And there's this new idea that there's this new business model. In the marketing world, there's always the hot new thing, but there's this hot new thing in the marketing world that you will just create video ads and you'll post them on Facebook for people in the Facebook ad marketplace, and boom, you're going to have $1 million business. And listen, an ad is an ad. If the ad converts, then more of it. But what I think we are going to see more and more of is just you go to Facebook or you go to Instagram or you go to X, and all it is AI slop videos. But anyway, this is the one that really got my attention. And I just want to share this. I think it's interesting. I might have shared this on the channel previously. But this is a video this is an ad for a dentist in Los Angeles. So let's watch this video. It blew up this guy's business. This guy's business skyrocketed after running this ad.
Getting blackout drunk and skydiving. If I die, at least I died doing what I love. Woo. Not skydiving, drinking. Holy boys, and you guys said monkeys couldn't fly. Woohoo! Ended up taking a pretty hard fall coming in, and I think I might have swallowed my 2 front teeth. Made it out here to the Hollywoods. Heard there's a famous dentist here who can replace your teeth in 1 visit. I can't even cap on this. That Ultra 2 is no joke. 2 new teeth in under an hour. Thank God. Got a hot date with the huzz tonight.
And that's it. That's the ad. And you can see, like, it's actually not a bad ad. There was some creativity, but guys, you know, this is like one of those things. This is like meme coins. This is like NFTs. It's super hot up front, and then people are going to get sick of it. I'm already sick of it. And I'm in the marketing world. I'm in the video production world. I'm sick of it already. You can also see a ton more of these. Like, you know, if I just go here to AI Slop, there's a ton of these videos out there now that shows like something happening on someone's front porch, right? Or like, I love alligators, so the algorithm knows that. It'll show me videos of like giant alligators attacking. But like, if you just come here on X, you see like, you know, all these, if I type in AI Slop on X, all I see is like cats with machine guns and stuff. It's all over the place. Here's a cat with a bazooka. Like, and you know, and honestly, some of these videos get really dark really fast. You might be watching the video 1 second, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's gross. It's really like gross or disgusting. So you got to be careful you got to be careful, guys. Your mind is a temple. You got to be careful what you put in there. But guys, it doesn't just stop there. Let me see if I can find this video for you. There's another video that was going viral recently they call it an AI video game. But look what's happening in this AI video game, right? Like, look how insane this is. Like, none of the transitions make any sense. This train just went, and then now there's just another subway train. Like, it looks like Inception. Like, stuff is just magically moving together. And listen, I'm going to pause it there. But you can kind of see, like, and this stuff will get better. This is the worst it's ever going to be. But for the, listen, I think that this could be a creative renaissance that we're going through when it comes to gaming, when it comes to coding, when it comes to video. But right now, it is all slop. It's all bullcrap, guys. It doesn't just stop there. I want to cover politics here for just a moment. Not because I want to be overly political on this channel, but I think it's worth mentioning because politics are pretty big, right? And the reason I bring this up is because just this past week, Andrew Cuomo released an AI ad of Zoran Mondani. I'm not going to share the whole thing, but I just want to kind of show you where AI is coming when it comes to politics.
Believe he's an inexperienced radical whose policies will make New York City more dangerous. But what do his actual supporters think?
Mondani isn't crazy.
He's just trying to even the playing field.
Give everyone a fair shot. Sure, he said multiple times we need to defund the police, but that was just a metaphor.
And yes, he did say crime is a social construct, but that was also a metaphor.
So far, this entire ad is AI generated. It's basically showing, basically what it does, it shows criminals supporting Zoran Mondani for New York City. All right, let's keep going.
Main backer, the Democratic Socialists' ideas are common sense, such as
Decriminalizing misdemeanors, like shoplifting.
third-degree assault,
Trespassing.
So it kind of goes on like that. And guys, I got to say, kind of like what I said on the marketing side, if it gives you the desired result, then you're gonna see more of it. It's in the marketing world, we say it's not about the how, it's about the why. And if the why is I want to get elected for office, people are going to go to any length to do that. People will betray their mother to get elected for office. Here's just one more example that you've probably seen. This has gone pretty viral. This is from the President of the United States. He dropped this video. This was in a result of the No Kings protest that happened over the weekend. Trump kicks off. So, I mean, look, we have officially entered the age of AI slop. It is everywhere. I don't think there's any avoiding it. I think that Idiocracy is where we are headed. If you haven't seen Idiocracy, it's worth a view. Hilarious movie from 2006. But I felt like we needed to cover this, guys. And I want to hear your opinions. AI slop. Am I overreacting? Is this the end of the internet, humanity? On one side, I think that there is some cool stuff that can be done with AI when it comes to creativity. But right now, it just to me feels like NFTs. It's just a bunch of bullcrap flooding the zone. And I know that as a YouTuber, as someone who's on YouTube, I generated some money from YouTube. AI could come for my market share. I'm competing with AI now. But my bet, and what I'm doing on the channel here, is I am betting that in a world full of AI slop, people like you and me are going to have a hunger for real, authentic human connection. Real, authentic human connection. I believe that. And, because that is not something that a robot is going to be able to replace. Robots do not have souls, boys. They don't. So I think that's where I think going. Listen, I'm going a little bit long here. Thanks for liking and subscribing to the channel. I'm going to bring you all the newest AI news, how it's impacting your world, your ability to stay relevant, respected, and financially free. I'll see you in the next video. All right? Peace.